can't even talk. That's how stressful this day has been. Anyway, so we are at Keys's, it's not the doctor, buddy, it's like the therapy place that they go to. And Keys is getting evaluated for a new wheelchair. Like, he's getting fitted and all of that kind of stuff, which is amazing because his wheelchair is pretty much garbage, and it has been garbage for a long time. For those of you who don't know or do not realize, wheelchairs are only covered by insurance companies every 5 years, which means a child typically will only get one new chair every 5 years, regardless of how much they grow. It doesn't matter to insurance companies. They get one chair every 5 years. Of course, you can bring the chair in and they do adjustments and they do what they can to make sure that that chair accommodates the child for the duration of those 5 years. But Narkeez was so tiny when we got the chair that all of the adjustments in the world have just not made a big difference. So, what, bud?
I try to follow.
Anyway, I'm already exhausted, but it's fine. We're gonna go in here and I'm really excited for Keys. He's going to get this. He's not getting the new chair today, but he's going to be fitted. And if I am allowed to, I'll film a little bit of it. Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
On this journey, what are we saying? Making excuses, no. Tell all the people we know we're getting ready to go. It's time. Life is passing by. Any, mini, money, mo.
So I posted on Instagram, and you guys just saw a little bit of the clips of Narkeez trying out his new wheelchairs. If you hear any noise in the background, that is Jack on the tablet. I'm alone with Jack. It's just Jack, Aiden, and Liren, and he's been difficult to say the least. So it's tablet time, and that's fine. So Narkeez is going to be getting 2 new wheelchairs. I'm really excited for him. He is really excited as well. So he is finally getting a power wheelchair. Now, we always in the past have held off getting a power wheelchair, not per myself or my husband's request, but per his doctor's and physical therapist's request, because a power wheelchair can tend to weaken your muscles if you are not utilizing them. However, we do feel like he is at a point now, as he is entering adulthood, that a power wheelchair is only going to be beneficial to him. It does mean that he's going to need to amp up some of his physical therapy, because he's not going to have that consistent, you know, motion going on. But one thing we were concerned about was his posture. So in his current manual wheelchair, he's always slumped forward, like hunched over. And the lady that was fitting him for the wheelchair asked if he had scoliosis, and I was like, actually he doesn't. He does not have scoliosis. He just has really poor core control, and it makes him kind of slump over, especially if the backing of his chair is not positioned properly. So that, I'm gonna take these out. I don't even know why I have them in still. I wear these things like constantly. I need to stop. I'm trying to get better. I listen to like 6 Audible books a week, you guys, and I need to cut it down like a lot, because I rely on these way too much to help with like anxiety. They're great, but like I have them in too much. Anyway, aside the point. So he, with everything that has been going on with him, he has still upcoming surgeries. His surgery is postponed until October, obviously due to all of the corona stuff. We could have done his surgery this summer, we really could have, but we do have a beach trip planned for the end of August, and we really want him to be able to go on that beach trip and not be in recovery mode and not be able to participate. So we are waiting until after the beach trip to do that surgery for him. Anyway, he is getting a power wheelchair and a new manual wheelchair. Now, we did try him with using the manual wheelchair, and he got it. Like, he did pretty good. Especially initially. Initially, he was listening. He learned how to stop it really well. He learned how to turn corners and go through like certain like spaces. He was doing really well. He was surprising all of us. And then as time went on, probably about 15 minutes in, I started noticing him. I don't know if anyone else noticed, but I started noticing him losing focus and losing concentration. And when he does that, he starts to look off in the distance. He would even be driving it and he would just close his eyes like this. And it was just lack of focus, and that is derived from his fetal alcohol syndrome. Fetal alcohol syndrome can affect kids in so many different ways. It can be really minor to excruciatingly severe. Narkeez's mostly affects his memory. That is kind of where his fetal alcohol syndrome plagues him the most. His memory and his attention span. So initially he was really excited, he was ready to do it, he was listening intently to like what buttons to push, how to move the control, and you say hi. This is really loud, buddy. I'm gonna have to turn this down.
Elmo.
Yeah, Elmo. There's Elmo. There you go. But as the time was going on, I started to notice he just wasn't paying attention as much, and I think you know, I think everyone else there noticed it as well. And that's going to come with practice. It's going to take time. None of us expected him to even do as well as he did the first time trying it out. Like, he's never been on a I can't talk. He's never used a power wheelchair before, so seeing him use it so well initially was exciting. So what we're going to do for now, the power wheelchair is going to be for at school use only, meaning he's going to take the power wheelchair to school, and the power wheelchair is pretty much going to stay at school and be utilized during the day at school. And the manual wheelchair is what we will have at home on weekends, whatever. There are a few reasons for this. I know a few people, oh my goodness. I know a few of you are gonna be like, well, why wouldn't you get the power wheelchair? And we always have access to it. It is Narkeez's wheelchair. If at any point we need the power wheelchair at home or to go places, we can get it. However, the power wheelchair is really heavy. It requires a lift in order to move from point A to point B. It's not something that I can easily by myself just pick up and put in our vehicle. It also takes up a lot of space, and it doesn't maneuver very well in really tight, cramped spaces like you would find in our home. So he wouldn't be able to properly maneuver it within his home environment. For someone who's really skilled with a power wheelchair, you probably could. You probably could roll it down the hall in the bathroom in your bedroom and not hit any walls and not get stuck. However, Narkeez, we don't believe has that capability right now. He might in the future if he learns how to use it properly, but it's just not going to be conducive for his home environment initially. Never say never. That's not to say never. It's just he needs to learn how to use it first. So using it at school only, it's going to allow therapists and his teachers to work with him every single day on learning how to properly control it. And it's going to take a lot of pressure off of him. He's not going to have horrible posture at school. He's going to be able to pay attention and focus. So that is really good. So that is the plan. He also has chosen purple for both of them. So his new manual wheelchair is actually really, really simple. It's a lot like his current one, but it has a lower back. So he's going to sit up a lot better. But really the new manual will look very similar to his current one. It's gonna be purple too though. Of course he picks purple. You know what though? I don't know. I feel like I just want my kids to love and embrace whatever their heart desires. I don't want them to go by what society tells them a boy should or shouldn't like. If he likes purple and pink, he can rock purple and pink, and I think that is amazing. So we just totally embrace that about Narkeez. His teachers embrace it about him. And we kind of just love it. You know, he's our little boy that loves purple and pink, and it's fun. He always he will borrow his sister's like shirts and everything. And again, in Ukraine, there weren't really a differentiation from feminine and masculine colors. Like, that wasn't a thing. So early on, he never learned like, oh, pink is for girls, purple's for girls. Like, that gender stereotype was non-existent, and I love that. I have something in my eye. Oh, y'all. Anyway, that is kind of where we are with Narkeez, and I'm excited. They said his new chair should be in by the end of summer, so before he starts back to school in August, they should be here, and I'm so excited for him. He's so excited too, and I know he's going to learn that power wheelchair with time. It's just going to take a lot of consistency. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys and let you know how things went with Narkeez's chair, and we are really excited for him. I mentioned this, didn't I? I think I did. I told y'all Narkeez isn't here. He's in Mississippi visiting his great-grandpa with his sisters and his daddy, and they are so excited. Or he was so excited before he left. The last update I saw, he was helping make honey. His papa raises honeybees, and they were extracting honey from the honeycomb. So that was really neat. And that was a really cool process, and I'm glad they got to see that. But anyway, I will talk to you guys later. I hope you guys are all doing awesome. I'm going to do some laundry. I'm going to clean the house. I just pulled out this laundry basket from the boys' room right here. I need to go do their laundry, so I will talk to you guys later. I hope you guys are all doing awesome. Don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up. Head on over to our Instagram, and you can comment on our latest photo if you want to discuss this vlog in whatever form. Yeah, and I will talk to you guys later. Don't forget, you guys, always live to inspire. Bye, y'all.